Welcome to We Really Love Island with Rem and M.
I'm Remy Casimir. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I host the sex podcast, How Come?
I'm Emily Wilson. I'm also a comedian and a former X Factor USA contestant.
We are obsessed with love, sex, and reality TV. So we're binging British reality show phenomenon,
Love Island. And now, so are you! Watch along with us and then listen to what we have to say about the episode. This episode, we're talking about Season 1, Episode 22. New ringtone. I totally want to download the Love Island text tone to be my text.
Charlotte has it.
I know you. I remember
my
saying
sister
that.
does.
Can she send it to me? How do you do that?
Yeah, I think she can send it to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, my favorite thing was we literally both screamed "fuck you" at the screen after the previously on, because it's just like this setup for like Naomi's about to be a heinous bitch.
Yeah.
And we're just like, again?
I know.
We have to watch it and talk about it again?
Yeah.
Zoe and Hulk, though, waking up after the hideaway, like they were just like, oh, we're not going to tell anybody. And then she's like, oh, I have like this walk of shame. Like, I just got in my head thinking about the term, and I was like, that sucks. Like, especially for her, because like she literally is Christian and definitely has like some like Catholic guilt or whatever
about having sex with him.
But like shame is just so sad. Like, don't be ashamed of having sex.
Well, it's funny you say it, because she probably said like walk of shame, and it's one of those things where like you almost forget to listen to the words
meaning.
You're saying.
Yeah.
Because she probably just meant like, oh, we have to be like, yeah, we had
a walk
sex.
of shame. No, but like a walk of shame is supposed to be like this funny thing, like, oh, you go home from like a guy's house, or you go home from a girl's house. Like,
but to think about it as called the walk of shame.
Yeah, like it's cool. Like it's a walk of success.
Yeah,
did a great job.
Yeah,
assuming you did a great job.
Right.
But
I thought it was cute though that they were like talking about how he was like, what do you want to do? Like,
yeah. No,
acknowledging
he's
their
the most
secrecy.
Respectful cutie pie.
He really is. I do love him too.
Naomi is apparently confused.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying it to Max, or no, she said it to Josh, and then Jonathan's just like, next time you talk to her, turn around and say fuck off.
Yeah. I loved that, like right off the top it was like acknowledged by everybody, basically John mainly, that Naomi's a player, and that's all she's doing is she's playing the two of them,
and everybody's given her like such a fair chance,
more than a fair chance. For days she's been allowed to decide like and go back and forth between who she wants.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous double standard from anybody else.
Yeah,
like people are still mad at Jess for like coming back to Josh after the Italian and like saying that it wasn't mutual. Like they're still mad at that. Naomi's done so much worse.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Not that anybody's talking about it, but like you can sense that like the people
They're
are
still
like
Jess is still a
she's
player.
a slut,
like
and she's a player. Like no, she's not.
Yeah, she's actually one of the most genuine people. I feel like we really know her true colors.
I loved Max coming over to Josh too, being like, I think we're getting played.
Max is just A+ for all of his honesty.
I know.
I'll keep saying it. I will keep saying it.
I know.
Yeah, he was like, dude, we're getting played. And then he was like, what did she say to you?
Yeah. And now it's all on the table, but nobody fucking cares. He's still like, yeah, no, I'm going to still kiss her.
Yeah, after everything Josh said, then he talks to Naomi and she's like, so I choose you.
Yeah.
And then when he's talking to her, I mean, like, fair that she was like, you know, it's not easy for me
to just turn it off.
I'm not saying fair for her. I mean, like, kind of. But I meant more of like fair. Because I kind of wanted to judge Max for, after that conversation, still taking Naomi.
Yeah.
But then, like, listening to her be like, you know, it wasn't easy for me to just walk away.
No, it's like, oh, you might actually be genuine because, like, it is hard. If you actually care about somebody, it is hard to.
Right. And he was like, I'm human.
Less sociopath. Exactly. He's so sweet. He's like, I get it. Like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
I just feel like, okay, so maybe Max isn't for Jess, but, like, where is the Jon for Jess? Like Hannah's sitting there with the green hair still in the morning. Jon is loving her no matter what. Like Jon is a cute, well-rounded guy who loves Hannah despite her ridiculousness, loud, slutty, like whatever she wants to do, he's there for her. Where is that guy for Jess?
I know.
Like, it's not fair.
I know. It's not fair. Because
like,
she really,
she always is second fiddle.
Yeah, and she
it's like
says
this
a bunch
obvious
of times
thing, too. Oh, yeah, what? Yeah, no, I'm just here for fun for Jess. What?
Yeah. And that she gets mad about it.
Yeah, she
we'll
said
get
it.
to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, then fucking Naomi walks over to Zoe and Lauren and is like, oh, I need to have girl chat. Like, I still really like Josh. And like, oh, damn it, those baby blues just get me every time. I'm like, I know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're an insecure bitch who knows that no one likes you because of your personality. You don't have friends because you don't have a good personality. So you have to hang on to the group. Who does everybody like in the group? Josh. Who have you just fucked over? Josh. Who do you have to tell everyone that you still like really care for? And like, oh, it's so hard. Josh. Like, so she's like, Zoe and Lauren couldn't care less.
They were literally like, oh, really? That's Zoe did not give a shit.
Yeah.
I noticed the only time when Naomi is ever talking to the other girls, she's talking about herself.
Yeah.
So when she gets voted as vain, it's like it makes sense because all she ever does is tell the girls about her problems with her love triangle with like the two hottest guys who are there.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like she's never once do you see Naomi ask anybody else a question about how they're doing.
Yeah.
It's always about her.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And the girls just have to sit there and be like, oh,
even
it
in
must
her
be hard.
conversations with the guys, like she can't have a normal conversation about like, oh, tell me about your upbringing. Like we were saying last episode with Max, she was like, what's your type?
It's like
which
about
is
her.
really like, give me some compliments.
Yeah. And it happens later again with Lauren, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, yeah. No, but she also says, she's like, I'm gonna pick you to Max, and then she says to Josh, I'm gonna pick Max, but just know, I want to kiss you.
Oh my god.
What?
Literally says, so I've chosen Max.
I've chosen Max, but just know,
whenever I'm around you, I want to kiss you.
Yeah. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But maybe, but also no, and also I'm gonna like fully like what?
Yeah, I know.
I hate her. And then she tells Max, and then like clockwork, we get the take a selfie challenge, or whatever, which is essentially just calling out Naomi for being a vain, fake player.
Yes, yes, and yes,
and not marriage material.
Yeah,
that's what I got from that chart, and that also the public thinks that Jess is also the same thing, a vain fake
which
player.
I was actually a little surprised by, because I feel like at this point in the show, it's very clear that Jess is like
not fake.
She's not hiding anything.
Yeah,
like, she may, because I remember like in earlier episodes, I kept saying like, wait a minute, Jess said this at this point, and now she's like lying about that.
Yeah.
But I think Jess just is the kind of person who like, and Jon is like this too. What she's feeling in the moment, she'll fucking act on it and go off.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you still know, like, so she could be a little dramatic and over-exaggerate.
But I don't think she's ever tried to hurt anyone.
She's never tried to hurt anybody, and she's never tried to, like, be somebody that she's not.
Right.
She's very honest about who she is.
And she is flirtatious.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem I have with Naomi, too, is she's so shamey about other girls' game. Like,
right.
Okay, cool. You don't want to hook up? That's fine.
Yeah.
But why do you have to be like, she's such a slut?
Yeah.
Like, that's not
like
true.
when she said the thing about one night stands too.
Yeah, that. But also, well, we'll get to this too. But anyway, so those take a selfie thing. Jon was being a fucking dick during it.
I
to
really
all the girls.
got very mad at Jon, and as much as I hate Naomi, I really did not like when she was like, I think I'd be marriage material because of my job or whatever, because of my job. And then he was like, what do you do? She's like, corporate. And he was like, oh, what do you do? You fuck your boss?
Yeah.
And I was like, the feminist in me, like, fucking
like how?
shut up.
She's like, I actually manage 4 people, so I take that quite offensively.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I agree with her. I just also...
that was so annoying of him. I was like, shut up.
I just could also see her fucking her boss.
I know, but
no,
like...
I know. I'm sure she has a job and she's smart and whatever.
Yeah, and he kind of said it almost like in this way where he meant it. Like he wasn't that jokey about it. Like it wasn't like, well, so you fuck your boss. It was like...
Yeah.
What, you fuck your boss?
Yeah.
I don't know. That really made me mad.
I really hate that he said it. If he said it to anyone else except for to her, I think like he's been watching this girl drag around his friend for the past 2 weeks. And like he's fed up.
That's a good point.
But yes, you're
but
right.
At the same time,
yes, no, you're right, and he is wrong.
Yeah,
you're wrong, Jon.
Yeah, still love
5
you.
5 years later, yeah, still love you.
Fair. It was 5 years ago. Was not as fucking
not as woke
as it is now.
Yeah,
very fair.
Like, yeah,
Which explains a lot of the behavior, to be honest.
But that's why I think this podcast is so fun, because we're literally seeing the transit. Like that New York Times article that I talk about in like whatever, Zero, is from this year. And it's talking about how like we finally have the vocabulary to like navigate these relationships in 2018 because so much shit's gone down.
Yeah.
But like this is before that.
Yeah.
And I still think that they're better equipped about speaking about this stuff than we are.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I fully agree. It is so amazing to me how many times on this show, to each other's faces, they talk about like the intricacies of everybody's relationships.
Yeah.
It truly blows my mind.
Yeah.
I could never imagine being secure enough
and
to
like
do that.
to be fair, like they're less so this season, but like the sentiment of the show is like you want everyone to have love.
Yeah.
So like you have to open yourself up and like be open to other people and whatever. And it's kind of like a polyamorous thing. Like they do. I mean, it's not
a little. There are times when I'm like,
there's
that
two
was
people dating like,
one person.
Yeah. And like you kind of just have to like go with it and be like, well, all right, she's going to be happier with him. I mean, the way that Max and Josh are handling this Naomi hot potato thing is like, I could never see two guys on the outside being like, well, we'll just see who she chooses and if it works out.
No.
And we're still going to remain friends.
Yeah, but that's just like the circumstance.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
I know.
Which is kind of crazy. I mean, if you think about The Bachelor too, it's like
polygamous.
Yeah.
And everybody just ignores
is okay
that.
with it for the sake of the show. Yeah. I know, it's crazy. I mean,
not that
I
there's anything wrong with polyamory or polygamy, but it's not just everyone's natural way of life. But then
and people forget to acknowledge that, like that's what
you're doing.
Yeah. I always would say to people, like, the one reason I could never be on The Bachelor is because I am so uncomfortable by the idea of the person I'm interested in also simultaneously dating like 25 other girls.
That's the thing that you're worried about.
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah. Why?
No. I also just think it's like so weird. Like you're hooking up with the same guy and then you're telling your best friends who also like him. You're like, oh my God, he did this thing. And, oh my God, he did that thing to me too.
I know.
Oh my
like,
God.
How do you develop friendships?
I think we're really progressing. I don't know. I have no idea.
The Bachelor sucks. It's a horrible, horrible show for humanity.
And yet we still watch it.
I know.
No, I've stopped. I'll go in and out.
I mean, I like something like this way better because it's like way more conducive for healthiness.
Yeah.
And
for like
friendships.
And they don't spend as much money on the dates. So like even though they are in a luxury environment, like that environment begins to feel mundane because like that's your everyday setting.
Right. It's like camp.
And then they're not giving them it's like camp.
Yeah.
And then they're not giving them like yachts to go out on,
like
that
helicopter ride to
expecting
blah, blah, blah.
like that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of our relationship. It's like, no, okay, we're at home again. And
it's like way to set them up for failure.
Yeah, exactly.
Like your first date is in a helicopter over like Greece.
Yeah.
And then the show's over and you're like, you guys want to go to a diner or what do you want to do?
Also on The Bachelor, and I apologize for any of our listeners who don't watch The Bachelor, but get over it.
Yeah. You probably do if you watch Love Island.
They always they give like the Bachelor or Bachelorette like information about the place that they are and like the history of it and stuff. And so they'll be like, so here we are at in Lima, Peru, and the locals here like da-da-da, whatever. And like that gives your conversation a jumping off point and makes the dater thinks that you're smart.
Right.
Like they're just like contrived conversations that on Love Island, like when you'll see in an upcoming episode, they're like having a debate about space or whatever. And there's nobody on the outside to actually tell them the facts.
Right.
So it's just these idiots like having real It's so much better.
Right. It's not like somebody setting up your interests.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like natural.
And then it's like, wait, like Sydney, when we were on the show, you always knew everything in the museums. And she's like, that's the producers, dude.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, back to Love Island.
Yes. Back to the island.
Back to the island. That's a little more
okay, so we had the take a selfie game.
Yeah. Then Naomi immediately.
And Naomi goes, I thought I was married.
Yeah.
What a skank.
You fucking loser.
I hate her.
What about, I mean, whatever. That like you are cookie cutter and good looking, I guess. I hate her. Okay, yeah, no. So John's being a dick, not just to Naomi. He was also a dick to Zoe. Yes. He was like, oh, I hate whenever you say something about being Christian, like,
and then you like go
and
against
then you have sex. Like, She's in a committed relationship right now. She's allowed to have sex. You're allowed, like, you can't judge anybody else's like religious beliefs. You know, like let her repent for the shit in her head, like, and have the guilt.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's ever telling anybody you shouldn't do this, or she's not like
it's
preachy
her own
Christian. It's
personal
her
thing.
own thing.
It also just that whole time, Jon was like so outwardly like. I don't want to say, mean. He was mean even to Jess too. He was like, yeah, but you don't care. You don't care about it. Like, you know that you're that girl.
Yeah, you know that you're just the here for fucking girl. And she's like, wait, what? I have feelings.
Yeah, and then he keeps laughing, and she's like, no, stop. Like, it's not nice when you say those things. Like, he's like, yeah, but you're laughing about it. He was like,
she's like, no, you're laughing.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny before, like, it actually started to hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel so bad for her.
I know.
I need her to end up with someone.
I know. She deserves it.
Mm-hmm. And someone trashy too, like a builder.
Yeah.
You know, like someone
like if Travis was less like, he seems very surfacey in a way where like he doesn't actually like. I don't feel like he could like anybody. He seems like a guy who's just like a little dumb right now, like an emotionally immature, and he just like wants to be around girls.
Yeah, he just wants to be around.
Yeah. I couldn't see him like forming a relationship, or at least one, like even with Jess.
I liked that Lauren got marriage material though.
Yeah, she deserved it.
Gave her a nice little boost.
She's like, somebody likes me.
Yeah, someone in the world. I love that when they go out for the double date, Hannah's like, have a ball, you four.
Yeah.
She's just such like a good time Charlie.
She is. I love it.
Like,
Flash
she just
her
wants
tits.
everybody to have the best time.
Yeah, we love that.
The double date I thought was interesting.
Yeah, and I was the whole time I was like waiting for something to happen between Travis and Lauren, or like something.
No, they were just there to move the conversation
about
forward
Josh
with Josh
and Jess, which was like, it's like, can we ever give her anything?
Lauren?
Yeah.
Travis isn't there for it. He's already admitted it. Like, why like belabor the point? I don't know. You wanted them to have alone time?
Well, then why treat it like the singles are going out? It's like, no, this is just like
the leftovers. Like, they even treated it that way. They were like, yeah, like first I got pied, then you got pied, and now look where we are.
Yeah.
And I think like Josh kind of was open about the fact that he would do that for revenge, and Jess was like, well, I wouldn't want to hook up with you for just like, she's like, I'd want to hook up with you if you liked me.
Yeah.
Just kind of like pointing out like, I have feelings again.
Yeah, and he was kind of just like, well, we'll see what happens. I'm not saying anything's gonna happen. I'm not saying nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, but he's definitely like flirtatious.
Yeah, but I think it's clear that he doesn't really have feelings.
No feelings. Just like sexy.
Yeah.
But I like too how Lauren was like, you guys need to squash the fact like that you're mean to each other. And Jess is like, yeah, we are mean to each other.
Yeah.
But like also she was like, I never would have ended it with you. Like she's like, we would.
Yeah, she was like, it ended because you wanted to end.
Yeah, like I never wanted. Like they could have been a really cute couple.
Yeah, they do have a lot of sexual chemistry. I will say that,
and they've got the same like sense of humor. Like she was saying, like when Naomi like couldn't even like handle when Josh was gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go have a wank. Or don't tell me about that.
Yeah, totally.
And then Max and Naomi are just in bed when Jess and Josh get back, and they're like flirting and stuff. And like Josh, we see his entire body.
Okay.
Dick and balls.
No, wait. But before that, so they all had their dates all day.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Which were all really cute, except one thing I noticed was Lou and Callie, Jon and Hannah, Zoe and Jordan all seemed like they were having emotionally progressive dates. They were like talking about things, moving their relationship forward. Goes over to Max and Naomi. All they had to talk about was Josh and Jess.
Yeah.
They had nothing more to talk about.
And it's just her talking about herself essentially again, being like, how do you think they're going to feel about us? What do you think they're going to think about us? Like
you would think now that they're finally together, they would be able to be like, oh, we're on this date. Like,
let's
hey,
enjoy
where did you grow up? Like, what? Like, tell me about you. But like, all they did was say, what do you think they're doing?
She just wanted to win.
Yeah. And now that she's not winning, she's like freaking out.
Yeah.
Did you fucking see?
Wait, okay. We'll talk about it. But yeah, okay, so then we have Kalu, and Kalu says the cutest thing. Lewis is like, they're talking about how nobody's perfect, and he's like, well, you're probably perfect to the whole world, babe.
Yeah.
Like, he's so cute.
I love them
obsessed
together.
with her.
I almost feel like they should just get off the show.
Just get off the show.
Like, you don't need to be here.
Go hook up. Hannah and Jon. Hannah says, I love you more every day and it scares me. I'll never find someone like you.
Yeah.
Which is so
I relate
cute and
so
so
hard.
real. Yeah.
That is such a real feeling.
And then he's like, I support you in all of your misdemeanors. And she's like, what's misdemeanors?
Yeah. And he's like, man,
It's an American word.
Yeah, I saw it on some police program.
So
That's
funny.
That's such like a wrong use of it. Like,
yeah,
I support you in all of your minor
jail
crimes.
time.
Yeah. That's just funny.
I support you in your felonies.
Yeah.
Okay, then they're playing I'm on a boat for the Ford date too, I guess.
That was for their singles date, the
Yeah,
double date.
their singles double date.
They got really drunk on that double date because when they got back, they were like screaming.
Were they?
Yeah. When like Jess walked in, they were like, woo! And they got everybody else on their dates.
Yeah, they're
what
like,
the
Jesus
fuck?
Christ.
Yeah.
Max was genuinely worried about Josh too when he was on that date with Naomi and like doing the massage thing. He was like, how do you think he's gonna feel? Like, she was like, how are they gonna take it? Josh is like, how's Max Max was like,
no, she was like, how do you think, like, what do you think they're thinking? How do you think, like, what do you think they think of us? And Max was like, you think they're okay? Like,
yeah.
Cared,
He was just like, oh, I know, like, he really liked you, and like,
yeah.
we're gonna have to tell him. And then he tells him immediately when they get back. He was like, I kissed Naomi. I just like wanted to tell you as a man or whatever.
Oh, so great.
And like,
his honesty.
Josh is just like, okay. And then he has more honesty when he's like sitting with Travis, and he's like, listen, I'm gonna need to jack off eventually.
Yeah.
Because I've lost the plot.
Yeah.
Like, it's the first time anybody's acknowledged it, really.
Yeah.
Besides us.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I cannot handle how horny I am. He's like, I'm gonna go insane.
I don't know how, like, are the rest of them not? Josh is, because he's told Naomi, and she was like, don't tell me.
And Hannah and Jon have sex.
Yeah.
And now Jordan and Zoe have sex.
Yeah. So people are pumping and dumping.
But also, was this the same time when Jess was sitting with Travis and Max? Like, before she walked away? That was after she walked away? Because that was interesting. When she was like, no, I'm over it.
Yeah.
She seemed like she wasn't over it.
No, she seemed like she wasn't.
And
But she also seemed like she was just being like nice to him.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, then we have fucking Psycho staring at Jess. Naomi glaring.
My God. I haven't seen a look like that since middle school.
Like, what are you hoping to accomplish with that?
I truly, the way she was looking at her, I was like, oh my God, everybody's seeing, like, it felt like one of those, like, middle school or high school, like, bitchy girl looks that, like, literally starts a verbal fight.
Yeah.
I could not believe how much evil was in her eyes.
And also, though, like, you have Max, right? Isn't that what you want after your 16 days of deciding? Like,
and also, you're on Love Island. What do you think Josh is going to do? Just like stand around and be celibate?
And they also weren't even doing anything. They just like came back from enjoying their time and like weren't mad at each other
and didn't flaunt. It's not like they were like flaunting themselves. That was
daggers.
Yeah,
daggers.
Like, and I love the way Hannah was like, she could like if
looks could kill, you'd be dead. Yeah. And then Josh gets into bed and just really takes it up a notch.
Yep.
Showing Jess Raj. His dick is called Raj.
Yep. Roger.
And then Naomi gets so mad. She's like, this is such a weird fucking incestuous wife swap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now it's weird?
Yeah, right.
Even though
we're dating both of them?
Before it was a husband swap.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was just you. But now that it's equal playing field, you're not cool anymore. It's so weird you can't watch.
Yeah.
You're literally sitting in bed with Jess's not first, but second ex.
Yeah.
On the island. Like, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
I can't.
I know. No, she's extreme. And then Max kept being like, don't, like, are you bothered? Like, don't look at them. And she was giving him nothing. She was literally just staring at them and like, oh, I can't even sleep up here. And then goes down to the confessional.
Yeah. She also says, I just think she's such a cheap little skank. It's embarrassing.
No, she said, I think he's oh, no, I guess she did mean
a cheap little skank.
Yeah.
Even though Josh is butt-ass naked.
No, well, the subtitle said he, but you heard she.
I heard she.
Because sometimes they're wrong.
No, she was saying about Jess.
Oh my God, what a bitch.
She was like, she's
Like,
disgusting.
do you blame her, Jess?
No.
Like, you can't. How could
She never said she was over it. I mean, like, she was like, I mean, yeah, she moved on to Max, I guess,
Yeah.
but like that wasn't her choice. She liked Josh.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I will say though, I think it was pretty obvious that they were like toning up the sex
100%.
stuff just to piss her off. But they
100%.
he even said to her, he was like, I kind of like. They were both saying like, I kind of want to piss her off.
Yeah.
When they were talking.
Yeah. And I don't think that that's a bad, like, she shouldn't be able to get pissed off at this point.
Right.
Like, you're not allowed. You already
Yeah.
hurt too many people. And she's like hurting Max. She's not even kissing him.
Yeah. He's like, hey, all right, it's us now. Like,
Yeah, I chose you.
Yeah. It's not like her and Josh were like.
He literally says it to her too. He goes, this is all you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, how did you think we all got here?
Yeah.
And she's like, me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you. Who else?
Hate her.
Hate her.
I really hate her.
Yeah, then he's like, stop looking at them.
But also, like, her and Josh were never like emotional. Like, they weren't even like Zoe and
broke
Jordan
up with him
because she was like, this
because
can't go
they
anywhere.
physically weren't into each other.
Yeah, she laid in. Let's not forget, she laid in a bed with him for 2 weeks doing nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
She's a stupid bitch.
Now that she doesn't have him, she wants him back.
Yeah. And now we get to vote.
Yeah,
But we don't get to vote people off. We just vote to save people.
okay.
That's what they said. So we'll see how they handle that on the next episode. But for now, vocab.
Yes.
She gets the swerve.
Yeah, that means like
She gets
the shit end of the
fucked
stick.
off. Yeah, like melons.
Melons. The boys are melons.
Idiots, I think.
Idiots. Knobheads. Dickheads.
Look up melons on Urban Dictionary British.
Here's what I found on the web for melons on Urban Dictionary British.
Or,
Yeah, but she was saying it in reference to the guys.
yeah, but you know how boob is kind of like a
Oh, like you're
like
being
an
such
idiot.
a fucking
like, what
tit.
a boob. Yeah.
You like tit.
Yeah, like melons. Okay,
Right,
great.
Okay.
I have winding me up on here again. I guess everyone's getting really
Wank,
hungry.
I guess, could be one.
Yeah, wanks, jack off. And then sloppies. Sloppy seconds. But everybody on this show is a sloppy second.
Yeah.
Or a sloppy third.
That's like the name of the
that's
show.
the name of the game.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. I
I'm super
want
pumped.
Naomi to get the fuck off the island.
I know. I hope they vote. Oh, could you imagine? I'd be thrilled.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Hey guys, I know we really love Island, but do you? If you really love We Really Love Island, let us know.
Leave a rating, a review, and tell everyone you know to subscribe too.
You can find us everywhere that podcasts are found. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Google Play, all of them. Hopefully. If they don't work, message us. You can find us on Instagram at We Really Love Island. Follow us individually at The Real Emily Wilson.
And at Remy Cassaway. You could also like us on Facebook, facebook.com/We Really Love Island.
Follow us on Twitter at We Really Love Island.
Send us your thoughts, your prayers, and if you know any of the contestants,
Send them our way.
yes.
Perfect.
Amazing.
And always remember that we're not affiliated with Love Island, ITV, CBS, or anything. We're not official anything. We're just two comedian girls. Thank you. Goodbye.